Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Michelle Middleman. I am the Senior Marketing Manager here at AccuLynx. And today we are joined by our friend and AccuLynx customer, Chrissy Boyd. Hi, Chrissy. She is a Training and Process Coordinator with Yellowhammer Roofing. So, Chrissy, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate it. We are also, oh, sorry, go. All right, so we are also joined today by my colleagues Ann Redd, she is our marketing specialist, say hi Ann, and Steve Ross, our account executive. All right, so before we jump into discussing how Yellowhammer created a more efficient estimating and ordering process using AccuLynx's integration with Beacon, Ann's gonna do a little quick housekeeping for us. So Ann?
Yes, thank you, Michelle. Today we are using GoToWebinar. So you will be, all attendees are currently muted, but at the end of the presentation, we will have time for a question and answer. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the question box in the GoToWebinar sidebar, and I will be answering them throughout the presentation, but also will ask them to Steve following the presentation so he can give you some live answers to those questions. You can go to the next page, Michelle. And as a thank you for attending, we will be doing this giveaway today where, oh my goodness, sorry about that. Roofing contractors who are not currently AccuLynx users who stay till the end of the demo will be automatically entered into a raffle to win a new electric scooter. Your company must be located in the United States or Canada, and yeah, you must be a non-AccuLynx user. We'll be doing the drawing live at the end of the question and answer, so please stick around.
Awesome, thank you, Ann. So before we begin, I want to give everyone on the line a little background. AccuLynx is the leading business management software, and we are specifically designed to help roofing contractors manage and grow their business. We were founded in 2008 with the goal of helping roofing contractors operate more efficiently by bringing every aspect of their business together into a single application. Our software is purpose-built to accommodate the unique needs of and workflows, of insurance restoration and retail roofing contractors. And we're proud to say that over the years, our user base has grown exponentially, and today we serve thousands of roofing contractors across the country. But now let's get into the good stuff. Let me introduce you again to our friend and featured guest, Yellowhammer Roofing's Training and Process Coordinator, Chrissy Boyd. Chrissy, thank you again so much for being here. Yellowhammer has been an AccuLynx customer for the last 5 years, so we're really excited to have you on the line to share with everyone your experience and how it's helped your company. So I thought we'd start by having you explain your role and your responsibilities.
Thank you, Michelle. Well, I've been with Yellowhammer for a little bit over 7 years. I started out as just a part-time employee and really have done just about everything on the office side of things. I worked in accounting and then was kind of promoted to office manager and had a couple other titles too before I landed in my current position. I am the training and process coordinator, and my job is to oversee training of our employees and our sales force. And I basically just investigate, implement, and document the best way to complete our daily tasks efficiently. When I started, we only had 3 employees and no more than 15 on our sales force. But currently we have around 40 employees and our sales force has grown to over 50 people. So as you can imagine, we've seen exponential growth over the last couple of years. And I'm really constantly trying to find ways to simplify other people's jobs. And AccuLynx has been an amazing resource for us. It's really given us the tools that we needed to grow and manage our business as it expands.
Awesome. So kind of getting into the topic of the day, why don't you start by telling us about your estimating and ordering process prior to using AccuLynx's integration with Beacon, kind of what that looked like at your company.
Sure. So prior to the integration, our employees were using a AccuLynx Smart Doc material order that was completed by our sales force to enter all of our orders into Beacon Pro Plus, which is their online ordering system. So we were already accustomed to online ordering. We do provide some employee oversight to that to double check the materials that our inspector has chosen before placing that order, but we like to always cross-reference aerial measurements and insurance summaries and make sure everything makes sense. But there were always times when mistakes occurred when the information was transferred from one person to another and into that system.
So was that person specifically like looking at all the different pricings and materials in each estimate and kind of comparing those to what was in Beacon Pro Plus?
At times, generally, once we get ready to order, we already know what we're going to order and the price is already set. But yeah, they often were looking for different ways to save money and things like that.
Gotcha. And how long would that take them on average to look at all those estimates every week?
It takes quite some time, really. Like I said, our sales force is really big. And so when you have the kind of volume we do, it does just take a really long time to do anything, really.
Makes sense. So just to give a little background to everyone on the line, earlier this year, AccuLynx released a direct integration, with Beacon building products to help customers just like Yellowhammer. We designed this integration to help streamline the estimating and material ordering process for our roofing contractors. And we do that by bringing the Beacon supply catalog into AccuLynx. And this enables contractors to gather material costs and place orders for materials without ever having to leave our system. And the system also, the integration also gives customers real-time status updates automatically on their job files. And we did this in order to help create a more efficient and accurate estimating process, an easier way to place orders with Beacon, and a more convenient way to track their materials order statuses. So Chrissy's going to kind of dive into, once they started using the integration, what they were able to do. So just a little more background. Yellowhammer was one of our earliest adopters of the integration. They were one of our beta testers. So Chrissy, I'd love for you to tell the people on the line what that was like, what the main things you hope to see in this integration, and improvements that you wanted to help make.
Well, ordering materials through AccuLynx has just been great for us. We really love the order and tracking information and the fact that it's all accessible right within the job file. Prior, we were uploading order confirmations and, just taking a lot of extra time to build the file. And by having it all already there, we're able to save time, which has been huge for us.
Nice. Right. So as I'm sure many of you know, process-related changes for any company in any industry can be really difficult. Chrissy, tell us what the integration has allowed you to do now that you weren't able to do before.
We plan our deliveries a lot easier. We pull our own reports based on colors and things like that. We were not able to do any of that with Beacon Pro Plus. Our accounting team always had to run those reports from QuickBooks and get them over to our Salesforce whenever they wanted to provide examples of shingle colors and things like that. And so now our Salesforce can, access their own color history and things like that with pre-built reports on their own dashboard. So that's been great.
That's awesome. How would you say the transition was for your sales teams?
It was kind of slow in the beginning. We created 2 main templates for our Salesforce, and the way that this system works, it allows you to add and remove unused items really quickly. So we decided to simplify. We did not mimic all of the templates that we had in Pro Plus, which included a different color. A different template for every color, every shingle grade. A lot of companies do that, and that's how we were used to doing it. But with this, we can show our 3 main shingle grades on both templates, which we use OC Supreme, Oak Ridge, and Duration, and all 3 are visible, and we just delete out what we're not using and then quickly select the colors and quantities and move on to the next item. And it's just a lot quicker and easier if you use those main category item codes on larger templates, I guess, like that. There's just not any need to have one for every, color and grade and have to search through a mountain of templates when you're looking for something specific. So even if you do accidentally delete anything, AccuLynx made it really easy to see what is and isn't on your order with some really cool visual color cues, I think.
Nice. Yeah, we're pretty proud of our templates. So now that your team has been using the integration for a while, can you tell us some of the benefits or improvements that these have provided to Yellowhammer?
Yeah, we have allowed our sales force to estimate jobs a lot quicker in the field. And on our office side, we're saving approximately 3.5 hours a week by enabling the sales inspector to start the order, and then we can just double check it without having to enter in everything. So that's really removed that duplication aspect, which has been huge for our ordering guru and his productivity.
Yeah, I know that having real-time pricing and availability of products has made a big impact for a lot of companies too. So so you kind of mentioned that you're saving a lot of time, or that your production manager is saving time. Has that kind of helped your sales teams and your office staff work more cohesively together?
Yes, definitely. I think it's really helped all of our team members realize how important each of us are to each other. We kind of have to pass the torch between, when a job's working through the pipeline. So we're truly building off of each other's work. And it's just easier to spot when somebody's got a lack of understanding too, because we can recognize where someone could use a little additional training.
Nice. Do you feel that you have more visibility into your projects and their outcomes?
We do. Like I said before, after just a couple of weeks of data, you can really begin to use the reporting features with showing your crew start dates and planning your delivery dates a little easier. And you can always double check that materials are on site ahead of the delivery, ahead of install. Proof of delivery photos are really great too, but it is definitely vital to talk to your Beacon rep to ensure that his delivery team understands how important that is, and making sure that they get you good delivery photos, because if they take a picture and it's too far away, you can't zoom in and see exactly what color was delivered or something like that. So making sure that they train their people on what makes a good delivery photo is good too. So most everybody has a really good relationship with those reps, and they understand.
That's great. I know that some of the material reports are my favorite reports in AccuLynx. Do you use those to track your materials?
Yes, absolutely. We use them all the time.
What do you use them for specifically? Do you have a favorite report?
Well, I do have one set up to like auto deliver to me every Monday morning, so I can look back and make sure that everything that was delivered the week prior, I can double check that there are photos and make sure that they, actually were marked delivered and things like that, because, with beta testing, everything's not 100%, so we do see some things here and there that have to be kind of brought up, and just help everybody get the system to work better.
Yeah. Do you have any final advice for contractors?
Definitely. I would recommend that anybody try it for a month, with their employees that are using it, and then consider, maybe rolling it out to different groups in your sales force. I know with what we did was we rolled out in stages. We pulled in our veteran sales force early on, that way they could go on and have a little bit more time to get comfortable with it, let them get accustomed to the system. And if everybody else's organization is like ours, which I don't know if it is or not, but those are the ones that seem to feel left out, and they end up feeling behind. And so just assure those people that they have plenty of time to get used to the change, and that it really is just as simple as ordering your groceries online or shopping on Amazon. After that, we brought in some more of our tech savvy Salesforce, and that was a much smoother to go through. They really took to it really quickly. And then you've also got two different groups of respected, portions of your Salesforce that can help build excitement and mentor others and help answer questions and things like that. I definitely wouldn't recommend rolling it out to everybody at one time, but it's really not that difficult. You just kind of got to plan ahead for it.